What's going on, everybody? Almost Counts Collectibles here, and I'm just making a quick video as kind of a precaution for those of you that buy collectibles, anything from action figures, trading cards, anything where the condition of the item is highly important to why you're buying it on eBay. When you buy something on eBay, which is what I've learned the hard way, and I've stopped kind of doing it recently, and I'm going to have to start doing it again, but right here in front of you, you see a lot of 375 plus vintage Pokemon cards that I bought on eBay that were said to contain shadowless cards and some first editions and things like that. So I purchased this very large lot of Pokemon cards. The description specifically said that all the cards were in mint or near mint condition. And I just received this large envelope in the mail today. And when I went to open it, something didn't feel right. I was like, there's something not right here. There's way too much going on the inside of this envelope. So I carefully cut down the back of it. I raised it up and cut slits down the back of it so I could open it up to see what was going on. And this is how they mailed all of these Pokemon cards. They just threw them in one of these large bubble mailers. And the bubble mailer was in pretty rough shape. I mean, naturally, you know, this stuff just gets thrown around on its way to wherever it's going. And that's how they sent it. And unfortunately, this is kind of what all of the cards look like. I mean, they're just destroyed. They've been crushed, they've been bent, and yeah, so that's what happens. What I should have done, even though, you know, I mean, you can argue all day long. If someone's buying something from you and you're specifically telling them it's in great condition, this, that, and the other, and after they've paid you for it, you just throw it in whatever you can find and send it in the mail, that is wrong, all right? That's just a wrong thing to do. But regardless, you know, I should have taken an extra precaution and specifically messaged them and told them, you know, be careful, make sure you pack it this way, or give them my suggestions. Now, they can always say, no, that's going to cost extra, or this, that, and the other. But this is unacceptable. I mean, you know, especially for what I paid for these cards, you know, it's very disappointing when stuff like this happens, because the person just blatantly didn't care. You know what I mean? And I have received action figures. I kid you not, once I paid $75 for an action figure once. It was a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger action figure. It was a villain that I needed from way back in the day. And I'd been looking for it forever, and the pictures, I mean, it was in mint condition. And what they did was, in order to fit it inside the box that it came in, because I'm guessing they were too lazy to try to get a bigger box and pad it properly and this, that, and the other, they literally took the card backer that the bubble was on, they bent it completely in half, and put it inside of a box that was just big enough for the size that it was after they bent the card completely in half, and they mailed it that way. Yeah, I paid $75 for this item because of the condition that it was in, and they just bent it in half, shoved it in a box, and sent it to me. So that stuff happens when you buy on eBay. I'm not saying don't buy on eBay. I buy a ton of stuff on eBay. And I have more good experiences than I have bad experiences. But this right here is probably one of the most, other than just blatantly destroying the package of something to mail it, this is one of the most neglectful things I've ever seen. To specifically list something in mint, I mean, you obviously knew somewhat of what you were doing to list these cards in mint to near mint condition, to just throw them in a giant bubble mailer and toss them in the mail. I mean, that's crazy. But this is what you can run into, and this channel is all about collectibles and how to protect them and all that stuff. So if you buy something on eBay, don't be afraid to send the seller a message. You know, please make sure you do this. Please make sure it's packaged well. I don't want it to get damaged in shipping. Take all the precautions that you can take as a buyer. Do everything that you can do that's in your control. Now, you ultimately can't control what they do. They might even refuse the packing that you're requesting. But it is their responsibility as a seller to properly package it and get it to you in the condition that they said it was in. So I've already sent them a message describing what happened. and I've requested a refund. We'll see what happens. Um, and we'll just go from there. Worst case scenario, they won't give me my money back, in which case eBay will just give me my money back once they see what's going on. I've had to go that route a couple times, where they refuse to give me a refund, but eBay sees what happened and I provide pictures and everything, and eBay gives me my money back. But it's just a shame because these are vintage cars. They don't make these anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's fewer and fewer of these every year because of stuff like this. Because all these were destroyed, um, because someone just threw them in a bubble mailer. There's almost 400 cards in here of vintage Pokemon cards, and they're pretty much worthless now. So that's what's going on. I'm probably gonna mail this back, and I'm just gonna tape it up and mail it back to them the way they sent it to me. It's really a shame, but that's what can happen. So make sure you specifically look at the condition that it's listed as. Make sure you specifically look at the pictures. Make sure the picture is of the actual item. If not, I would be very hesitant about that. And don't be afraid to message them about how you want the stuff packaged. The worst thing they can say is no, and then you pretty much have to cross your fingers. Or even message them prior to the purchase and say, hey, if I buy this, will you make sure to package it very well? But I didn't do that in this case. But I have another lot of 600 plus Pokemon cards coming my way that I paid over $100 for. And it's supposed to contain Shadowless and First Edition cards and stuff like that. So we'll see how that gets here. It's already been mailed. From now on, I will start again, specifically asking them to make sure they package it well. I had done it for a long time, but I kind of quit because I was having very good luck, probably because I was messaging people. But yeah, this is definitely the worst one I've seen in a while, other than that last action figure that I got that they just bent it completely in half to mail it to me. So that's what I got, guys. Make sure you do everything you can to get what you buy to you in the best condition. But sometimes there's nothing you can do. Just learn from my lesson here, so all your stuff doesn't arrive to you like this. So that's been Almost Counts Collectibles with this quick tip, guys, and I'll be coming at you with more videos. So until next time, I will see you next video.